Tonight on Connecticut's news station, traffic troubles on I95 after a fiery crash closes down the highway. What's next for the damaged overpass and what to expect on your commute?
And we had early summer warmth in parts of the state today, but we're headed back to spring tomorrow. Plus, we're timing out some rain coming up.
And a deadly hit and run tonight. Police in Hartford are on the lookout for a driver. One specific driver. Will have the details on what happened.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
A fiery tanker crash has closed I-95 in Norwalk for the next several days, cutting off a major traffic corridor linking New England and New York. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Governor Ned Lamont has declared a state of emergency in Connecticut. Crews will be working overnight demolishing the bridge above the crash site. They'll also be cleaning up the roadway and getting ready for the interstate to open back up.
Now this happened near exit 15 where 3 vehicles crashed, causing a tanker truck filled with gasoline to burst into flames, creating significant damage to that overpass and backing up traffic for miles.
This is a look at the scene tonight. Demolition starts in just a few hours. The hope is crews will work all through the weekend to get things back up and moving by next week. In the middle of early morning commuter traffic on I-95 in Norwalk, a driver of a car cut off a tractor trailer. Behind that truck, a fuel tanker swerved. What happened next was a fiery crash. Unbelievable images of fuel, 8,500 gallons of it spilled on the interstate, erupted in flames.
I didn't know it was to that extent till after I seen the flames.
Sky 61 captured the view of the burned out asphalt. Thankfully and miraculously, no one was seriously hurt.
Eventually just the smoke started getting so much more intense. You could tell something bad had happened up ahead. And eventually from where I was sitting in my car, you could see the flames.
But the fiery crash happened right under an overpass. We're told by DOT was less than 10 years old. That entire overpass unsalvageable.
Pretty much destroyed the bridge. I got to remove the bridge. Hopefully tonight they're going to remove both sides.
12 hours later, state officials held a press conference giving an update on what's next.
That demolition is going to start first thing tomorrow morning, 3 a.m. in the morning. Shearers are going to come lift that bridge out. That could probably take 24 hours or a little longer than that.
After the bridge comes down, crews will have to repave the road.
If all goes well, and monitor this, we should have two-way commuting back on I-95 as early as Monday morning, which is heroic work.
Norwalk fire officials say the environmental impact is minimal. Fire crews absorbed most of the fuel before it got into the sewer system. As far as the vehicles involved in the crash, Fox 61 has learned the tanker was operated by Standard Oil at a Bridgeport. Details about the car's driver aren't being shared. Their car was quickly towed. State police tell us they do have video of the whole incident, and they're investigating.
Now, Norwalk Mayor Harry Rilling announced today that all Norwalk schools will be closed tomorrow. It's unclear if they will reopen on Monday. The mayor also suggested local employers consider employees working from home tomorrow, or if possible, to use the Metro North commuter rail. Officials say additional trains are being added to the rail line. Now, as for the roads, some alternate routes you can take are 84, 87, and the Merritt Parkway. Trucks, however, are not allowed to drive on the Merritt. According to Connecticut's Department of Transportation Commissioner Garrett Eucalito, about 160,000 vehicles travel that portion of I-95 in both directions daily.
Wow, yeah, it's really going to create quite a headache through the weekend. It was really warm out there today. It was one of those days where kind of you had to open the windows, otherwise it was stuffy inside, right?
Yeah, one of those days where you'd like it to be on the weekend. You know, instead of, and of course we got another nice Monday on the way, right, Rachel? But weekend's a little sketchy, yeah.
We keep having these really beautiful Mondays, and that's going to be the case again as we head into next week. But as for moving forward, we are going to be cooling back down again as we head into Friday and this upcoming weekend. But even though it will be cooler, it's not going to be cold, really more of a return to average. In the Hartford area, low 80s today after a slow start with clouds clouds. We broke for sun. Temperatures 14 degrees above average and about 10 degrees or so shy of the record. But look at Bridgeport. The shoreline took much longer for clouds to break apart, and for some, especially in southeastern Connecticut, it took all day. So temperatures were right around average and really didn't experience that surge in temperatures. But we've got a breeze going on right now, pumping in some cooler air, gusts up around 20, 25 miles an hour, and these cooler temperatures are going to be with us here moving forward. Overnight, we're looking at low temperatures in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. Tomorrow, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds, temperatures starting near 50. By noon, we're close to 60, and we'll see high temperatures between 65 to 70 as we head through the afternoon. Yeah, nope, 70s, no 80s, but still not too bad for this time of year. It'll be similar on Saturday, and then we're timing out some rain for part of the weekend. We'll explain coming up.
All right, Rachel. Well, new at 10 tonight, Hartford police are looking for the driver involved in a deadly hit and run with a bicyclist. It happened just before 7 tonight at the intersection of Hamilton Street and Francis Avenue. Police tell us that bicyclist was taken to a hospital and died from serious injuries. The driver of the vehicle involved drove away from the scene. If anyone has any information on what happened, please give Hartford Police a call. A $50,000 reward is being offered in a case that went cold nearly 4 years ago. In the summer of 2020, 39-year-old Joara Stennett was shot dead on an entrance ramp to I95 in West Haven.
But police still don't know who did it. Fox 61's Bridget Buerlo has the details on this investigation.
A prayer for answers, one step closer to being heard for the Stennetts, who spent the last 3 years and 9 months asking who killed their father, brother, and son.
What happened on the 20th, 2020, he didn't deserve it.
39-year-old Joara Stennett died in the passenger seat of his father's car after being shot on an entrance ramp to I95 in West Haven.
He came to celebrate my birthday, and he stayed one more day. I was taking him back to New York, and then some crazy person just came around and shoot up my car. And my son, it was a good try, didn't get into trouble. He was never been arrested, never having a problem with the police or anything like that.
Detectives with the State Police Major Crime Squad not leaving any stone unturned, but they admit leads to find the killer have dried up, and they need those who saw the shooting to come forward.
And you may have saw something that at the time may have been insignificant to you, but it may be very important to us.
Governor Ned Lamont offering up to $50,000 for information leading to an arrest and conviction in Stennett's murder.
Mr. Stennett's family deserves to know, again, what happened to their father, son, brother, and loved one.
Money that can deliver closure for those who continue to hurt.
I miss my son greatly. Every day is a weight on my shoulder, and I cry constantly. When I remember and remember my son, and the way he died, it was terrible.
As they renew their vow to not rest until justice is served.
Asking anyone that sees anything, we greatly appreciate them to step forward and to let us feel more comfortable in our skin to know that something has been done.
Bridget Buerlo, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Developing news now, Farmington police are investigating a smash and grab at West Farms Mall. Police say the sound of glass startled shoppers, but no weapons were involved, and it's unclear which store in the mall this happened at. And right now there's no word on any suspects or, in fact, what was stolen.
Norwich police have arrested a man who was on the run. He was wanted in connection to a 2020 homicide. Police say Brandon Foster was found in Charlotte, North Carolina in January. He's accused of killing Edward McIntyre. Another man, Kendon Cole, was also arrested for the homicide, but that was back in 2020.
A Newington man faces a slew of charges tonight in connection to a months-long crime spree. Police say Ethan Angel Nieves committed several crimes in Southington dating back to early last year, including catalytic converter thefts, wheel thefts, ATV thefts, and commercial burglaries. Police also believe Nieves was a ringleader organizing statewide criminal activity. He's been released on $85,000 bond.
Montville police are investigating an attempted car theft. Police shared this photo with us. They say someone tried to steal a car on Daisy Hill Road Tuesday night by breaking the car's ignition. Anyone with information or video in the area that could help police should call police. As a reminder, Kia and Hyundai owners are urged to contact a dealership for security upgrades. Police say more crooks are targeting these cars.